What's good, YouTube? I am back with a video, and a lot of y'all don't know, but I have an old channel. I'm not going to let y'all follow that one. I actually want to build up my subscribers on this channel because my old channel is actually out of use. I'm not using it anymore, but I've been getting this request says, are airsoft guns good for self-defense? And in my opinion, in my honest opinion, I would say if you can have a real firearm and you can carry in your state and you have a license to carry a real firearm. But most people, due to like personal problems or like legal issues or just like that, some states ain't open carry. So my question is, are airsoft goods for self-defense? Me myself, I have one real firearm that stays at home while I'm at work, and I actually carry this while I'm at work, only because I don't like to be completely defenseless. Now, 98% of the people who carry a firearm stands a 2% chance of having to draw that firearm on an attacker or to defend themselves. 98% of the chance brandishing a handgun. I'm sorry. Brandishing a handgun is just simple as it's about all you need. It's just to brandish a handgun, and the attacker will often say, "Hey, pick the next guy, pick the next guy, pick the next guy." But if you're going to carry an airsoft gun in terms of using it for self-defense, you want to have something that shoots over 350 feet per second. Every airsoft gun that I own, including this one, shoots over 400 feet per second. This actually shoots 420 between 430 feet per second. Okay, now some of the dynamics we need to get used to is, what do you prefer to shoot at an attacker? All right, so, and I don't got like the freaking metal, the sharp edge pellets. See, if I'm gonna defend myself with an air gun, this is what I would want to fire at an attacker. These are okay, but you want something that does a little bit more damage, something that could rip through that tissue in the human flesh. So pellets would definitely be the way to go. This one doesn't carry pellets, but this is the Glock 19 Generation 3. I've had this one for a little bit over 6 months, and as you can see, if you're going to carry this specific gun, airsoft gun, for self-defense, be aware, and this is not loaded, so I can wave it in my face all I want. I'm sure it's not. But if you want to carry this thing, be aware that this is not a real firearm, so the paint will slip off within a short amount of time due to sweat and constantly rubbing up against the fabric on your clothing. Because I have one of these right here, and this is not a problem, man. I actually feel comfortable carrying my handgun when I'm wearing this out in public, when I have my family. Yes, when I have my family with me out in public, I do carry a real firearm. But when it's just me alone, bring this, and I leave the real one at home for my wife. Not though she might not need it, but you never know in this world full of weirdos. So, yeah, so this is how this one goes. And I actually do it over my boxers so that I get maximum comfort. But this is just to show you guys how it could be. And the resentment, I mean, there's no way you can tell that this is not a real firearm. I mean, it has all the authentic markings. I mean, look at this. Now, this is always covered. Only thing you can see is this. Now, if someone maybe have this, they could probably, but I doubt it, man. These things are like 95% freaking realistic, dude. Even the weight, they weigh this about a pound off. So this is what it looks like when I carry in public. This is what you see. You don't really see that because the paint's coming off. That'll kind of be like, oh, that's a raggedy pistol. But this is what you see when I'm out in public. And that's all you need to see, This is all you see. So, okay, now let me get to some of the bigger guns. And this one shoots a little bit less feet. I think this one was like 375 feet per second, up to 400. But I really only got this one because it looks pretty badass. I mean, come on, the only way you could tell this is fake is when you see the actual, the actual metal jackets lined up in there, and if you just really pointed at somebody. But off the rip, first glance, even if you pointed at somebody at nighttime, and I mean, listen to this. Listen to that. Come on, man. Gets no better than that right there. But I really got this one just for looks. And if I have to fire at somebody, trust me, I will. I'm a big guy. I love all things and everyone, despite what you're going through, what have you done in your life. Because a lot of people You know, people don't deserve to die because they're desperate for money or something like that. So now, if an attacker was to come into my house, depending on my mood, I might draw my real weapon. Most likely, 85%. But if I'm like aware that it might be like a kid or like, you know, someone that's just looking for little scraps, I'll definitely run them off with this right here. Now, I wouldn't draw one of my handguns on an intruder inside of my house. If someone came into my house, sorry. This is what I would draw. This is what I would hit an attacker with. If he were to just come inside of my house, and I'm assuming it'll be dark, and if I could see that he's unarmed or like maybe just like a hobo or something, I would definitely hit him in the facial area, neck area with this right here. You know, people don't deserve to die because they're less fortunate. So, but let's say if we're in a situation where I would have knew someone was out to get me for any reason, if someone was out to get me and had potential to break in my house, and I knew that this specific person was potentially carrying a handgun, then I would draw my Smith & Wesson. I will not show that on camera because this is an airsoft gun channel, so I would not display any of my real firearms. I only have one, by the way. But yeah, so if I were to get, you know, it had to be like perfect situation where I knew the guy was unarmed or like, you know, just any situation. This shoots up to 750 feet per second. Okay, that is enough force to kill a human. That's more. I mean, with these, you could kill a human. Well placed, depending on where you hit him and how many times you hit him in certain spots, you will kill a human. Yes, and it would. Even if he wouldn't die, it would be extremely painful, and it would cause immediate surgery. I mean, the guy could bleed out anything. But yeah, if anybody were to come inside my home, and I was aware that they were not armed and were just, you know, scrambling for, you know, whatever they could find, I would definitely run them off with this, because I tell you what, if you get hit with this in your face or any sensitive area, anywhere, honestly, you ain't gonna mess with that guy again. Because of the simple fact that I hit you with this when I could have took your life. But I don't want to take your life. You know, and maybe this will teach you a lesson. This will teach you a valuable lesson. You go to the hospital and they say, what did you do? Oh, I broke into someone's house and he fucking filled my face up with 1.77 caliber pellets. Yeah, dude, it'll make you pretty ugly for the rest of your life, because I'm going to give you the whole entire clip. And then when I run out of this one, I would then draw this one. One of my favorites in terms of looks. It got that SMG mini AR style look, and this one is a fully automatic, but it only shoots these. I'm a fan of these in terms of self-defense. I would love to shoot this at someone due to this. I mean, don't get me wrong, these hurt. This is a 30-round magazine, and you know, yeah, this is one of my favorites. It shoots at a higher rate of speed. It has a fully automatic and single. Yeah, this one is only semi-automatic. So pick your poison, really. This one shoots about 400. No, this one shoots about. No. I made a mistake. This shoots about 750 feet per second. This one goes at about 440 feet per second. So this is definitely cool for small game hunting, like squirrels, maybe birds or something like that. But if you want to hit a human with some freaking firepower, grab you a SIG MCX or the MPX, man. Oh, very, very, very versatile. I mean, you could use them for just about anything. And with this one, I would most certainly hope to scare someone off just by doing this, or just, you know, having them at blind, because I got a military flashlight and it actually goes from this to that right there. So yeah, imagine that in your face. You can't really see a thing. So yeah, off the rip, I would hope someone would just get the memo and back off. But back to what I was saying. This is one of my this is my favorite, only because it has that big badass look to it, you know. Yeah, I love it. And it's really, really strong. And as you see, I got an angle grip there. That is not a foregrip. That is an angled grip. So you want to grab it like that, and, you know. Awesome freaking gun. Shout out to Sig Sauer, man. This is a great freaking airsoft gun. I mean, you could use it like a real weapon because it's so powerful. And I mean, you probably pull it out and just scare someone away. You know what I mean? Like, no one wants to get hit with this thing, dude. It literally shreds. Back to what I was saying. So, are airsoft's good for self-defense? really depends. This is my little station here, by the way, guys. But yeah, it really depends on what you find at someone. If you're gonna go with this, and this is like the average handgun carrier, definitely get a Glock, man. These are very similar to the real deal. It's probably the most sophisticated looking replica. And again, the paint, I'm actually gonna buy a new one, and I'm gonna keep that one on top of my closet. Just for like, whenever I wanna look at it. It kind of ruins the whole freaking shebang, dude. It's kind of, it's just ugly, man. So, but it still shoots like new. Yeah, I actually just had to paint my freaking wall there because that was actually my my shooting range. I would stand there and I would strike at least maybe like 20 feet, 15 yards or something like that. More than enough space. But if you're gonna carry an airsoft gun and with intention to use it for self-defense, go with this one. And if you're not gonna go with the Glock 17, and I say the Glock 19, because the 17 version is a blowback, and blowback potentially pulls some of the velocity from the BB and the gun, so it makes it weaker and it pulls some of the strength. So I would definitely go with this one, non-blowback, full metal. I mean, it looks real as it can get, man. Very useful out when I'm out in public. Like, it's just something about not feeling completely defenseless, even if it's an airsoft gun. I mean, you just don't feel completely defenseless because someone the first guess, oh, he's a carrier. Don't mess with that guy. A smart guy. If you get somebody that's maybe stupid or just doesn't know, you might have to use this thing, all right? But be safe. Always be safe and be aware of your decisions. Now, if somebody has a real gun, a real firearm, and you have this on you, forget it. Don't even think about it, guys. Just let it go. Don't even flash this if you know somebody. I mean, don't brandish this in general. Like if you're in an altercation with somebody, you don't use this. Let me clear this up. You don't use this if you're in an altercation with someone, okay? Because that person might have a real firearm. Most likely, they're not gonna be carrying an airsoft. So, do not pull this in when you're in an altercation with someone. Okay, this is only for looks. This is only for the protection of someone approaching you and they see, oh, not this guy. Do not, I repeat, do not feel like you have some sort of firepower when you're carrying this thing. This is only for the looks, okay? This is only for someone to say, okay, he's carrying. No. But all means, now, if you were to deal with it, it all depends on the situation. If you're dealing with like some maybe drug addict that's like not in their right state of mind and they're all up on you and they won't leave you alone, and you might have to hit him a few times with this. He tell you what, it'll for sure back him off. It'll for sure send him running because nobody wants to get hit with this. Once you feel this, and I'm the type of guy, if I were to draw this any situation, I'm only aiming for this area. I'm only aiming for this right here. You know what I mean? I don't want to hit you here. I want to hit you here because I want you to get away and I want you to go. Hit him facial or neck area, okay? And that goes with any of my airsoft guns. If I have any intentions to pull it out and shoot someone, being that they're unarmed, and most likely not in their right state of mind, yeah, I hit them with an airsoft gun. I'm a very religious guy, okay? So I don't believe in killing somebody over a little mistake. Like I said earlier in the video, if someone was to break in my house potentially, and I know they were unarmed and maybe just scrounging for scraps, I would definitely run them off with an airsoft gun, a more powerful airsoft gun, so that you would ensure don't come back here because next time it's gonna be more. I'm gonna hit you with some real firepower. But so to sum up the video, are airsoft's good for self-defense? I can't say yeah and I can't say no, so I'll just say it really depends on the situation. I will forever carry my airsoft gun with me in public only because when I'm out alone, I'm that type of guy. I don't need a gun, but people don't play fair these days, and you never know what somebody has on a person. So this stays with me everywhere I go only because I don't like to feel completely defenseless. Now, if I were to get stopped by an official or an authority and they wanted to see my handgun license, I would tell them sure, and I would simply show them my ID, because in Texas it is not illegal to brandish a handgun, an airsoft gun. I mean, so in Texas, in the state I'm in, it is completely legal to brandish or even carry an airsoft gun. It's not illegal. So I can do this. I can take this in public anywhere I want to go. And if they ask for license, simply show them my ID and tell them this is an airsoft gun. Okay, it's not a real firearm. I can prove it to you. I only carry this for my needs. Okay, my safety. So if that were to happen to me, I would simply just show authorities my ID. I'm over 18. I can have an airsoft gun. You can't tell me I can have an airsoft gun. So, yeah, that's how I plan on if I get approached. And I've had people come up to me and say, hey, man, are you a cop? I'm just like, no, I have a license to carry. The truth is, my license is my ID because I'm over age. This is not a real firearm. Nonetheless, I'll have you guys back with another video. Just leave a like, comment, and subscribe, man. I will show videos of me testing out the Airguns, me actually going out in the woods or like the forest, and I won't be killing like I'll be killing like squirrels and birds and stuff like that. Like, I won't go out and kill a freaking hog or something. Now, if I ever get attacked by a hog, I got enough firepower to run them off. But I will be including videos of me like out in the wilderness and just pecking off little birds or squirrels or whatever. And yeah, man, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification button to get updated when I post a new video, man. I don't want to show you guys too much, but I do have some new gear on the way. All these Airguns that you see in this video, I've had for quite some time. I plan on getting more, better equipment. So, yeah, man. Welcome to another video of Kicking It with Corey. Tilling with Corey and his airsoft guns, man. Peace.